Welcome back, guys. Now we are going to talk on the last topic of this unit, and that is about the escape that took place from from after the capitalist revolution. So basically, because we have read all this chapter in terms of Malthus and the trap, now we'll explain why actually Malthus law, or we can say Malthus actually failed to provide the justification of the escape. And first of all, we need to know what Malthus had to say, because we have studied it before. We just need to revise it. First, he said that there is a diminishing average product of labor. I hope you guys understand what this means, because we have covered all this in previous videos. Diminishing average product of labor. And the second point, he said that population increases when real wages rise. So these were the two things Malthus said, and he was right. We justified with all those graphs and with everything that these two things were right and Malthus wasn't wrong. But his law, if we have to say that there is a Malthus law, we need to put another point in it, that so that the Malthus can be made correct in all situations and even in the escape. And what actually happened in the escape, that there was improvement in technology, and that was improvement in technology. And what type of permanent improvement? And permanent improvement means that there will be constant improvements in technology. If there is an improvement in technology, we have studied in the previous few videos that improvement in technology, if there is only one, if it comes after 10-20 years and there is only one improvement, then only the population will increase, but the real wages and the living standard would remain the same. But here, if we have improvements in technology which are permanent, which we studied in the first chapter as well, that there is a constant change in the technologies and there is no stopping from there, then improvements in technology would actually mean that we will escape from this trap. And this, but overall whole, is called as the Malthus law, because Malthus failed to provide the point 3 because he wasn't known to these improvements technology which took place after his death, which Adam Smith was able to predict very well. So these are the 3 points. It's also important to know that actually the permanent improvements, successive improvements in technology, they actually offset or remove the diminishing average product of labor. So the first point actually is removed when this point 3 happens, and diminishing average product of labor in production is not now in place. So diminishing average product of labor has been offset or removed by these improvements in technology that took place during the capitalist revolution. And now we are going to talk about all these years after the escape as well in this graph. Now if you look at this graph, all this time which we have studied before, this was a Malthusian trap, and you can see that population has increased but real wages have fallen from 13th to 16th century. However, after the 18th century, when the trap actually was removed and there was an escape, you can see that the population has risen but the real wages have also increased. So there is a directly proportional relationship, or we can say that both have increased with time. And you can see this straight line which is showing that population has increased over the years after the capitalist revolution, and the real wages have also increased. And what actually happened was that there was permanent technological improvements technological improvements that took place, and this led to increase in real wages as well as the population. So it's very important for you guys to understand this concept that these permanent technological improvements led to the increase in population as well as the increase in real wages, which have been after the escape in the after the capitalist revolution. So I hope you guys understand this concept, and this graph proves that the escape took place during these years. And one last graph which I want you guys to be shown before I finish this unit. I want you guys to see this line again and understand when the escape actually took place and how real wages have increased. You can see that improvements actually after the capitalist revolution, the 1750s, there was a spinning jenny 1764, and it improved and improved. However, the real wages actually did not rise quite quickly in the first 100 years. However, it can be said that the population actually increased in the first place after a few years, or you can say that it increased in about after the people started having a bit of better living standards. So we started to have an increase in population from 1800s to 1960s or 70s. After that, people became very we can say that because of lot of population, people became worried about the total population. However, we can see that there has been an increase in the real wages over the years, and we can have seen it during the 1900s, and we during all these years 2000s and the increase in real wages has been quite a lot more than we had ever in this so many centuries. So I'm ending my unit here, and I hope you guys understood this unit really well. We will do some practice questions on this unit after this video, and I hope you guys will be able to understand those questions, because you guys will be tested in the quizzes and the mid, and your quiz 1 and your mid would be from chapter 1, chapter 2. So basically your quiz 1 would be from chapter 1, chapter 2, and your mid would mostly be from 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I am going to end my chapter, and I hope you guys understood it really well. Thank you.